And I know, like as a father, like I really appreciate being able to have my individual relationships with my kids with the support of my wife. Like it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be our relationship. We have our relationship with our kids too, but it's like, this story is about, this dad figuring it out, and the wife is awesome, and she's so supportive and helpful and helping me figure out my journey without, telling me what to do, helping me figure out the right path. And I think it's a really important story to tell, a father's journey in trying to figure out what's right. It's been a journey for me because I want to do what's right by my kids and by my family and everything else. So it's it's a journey. I'm learning.
So no, thank you so much for meeting me. Strong fathers, strong daughters. I just watched the film this week. First of all, you guys are great in it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It was great watching it. And I love the fact that you guys are married in real life. I mean, how often does that happen in Hollywood,
Right. It's so great. We had the best
We've
time.
been married for 23 years and it's never happened to us so far. So this was really, really fun for us.
Yeah. You guys have a daughter yourself, of course, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I read your guys' bios earlier today, and I was like, okay, so they have a daughter too. So
yeah, it felt familiar.
I was gonna say, so did it feel familiar? No. What do you guys think the strongest takeaway was in this film for yourselves?
That's a good question.
Well, I honestly, I feel like as a parent, obviously we've been married for a long time. We have 3 kids. And what's stood out to me is it's that balance of being a parent first and a friend second, but also maintaining really open communication, open dialogue. We spend so much time with our kids. We know what they're doing. We know who their kids are. We know where they are. We always champion for the kids to come to our house, which is really cool. So we keep it really fun, lots of activities. But yeah, I just think that communication is so important, and being a huge part of your kids' lives. We've seen a difference with parents are like, what's your secret? What do you guys do? And we're like, well, we spend a ton of time with our kids, a ton of time. So anyway.
Yeah, no, and I imagine with, that's something that comes up in the film is Bart, your character, he just, he wasn't spending the time with his kids because his job was so crazy. And you guys as actors, I can only imagine how crazy your schedules are.
It gets a little crazy. We feel like we've been so fortunate with our careers because we have a tendency to work one at a time. So when Robyn's shooting a movie, I'm at home with the kids. I'm Mr. Mom. And then when I'm doing something, she's all over it. And it's like, we have such an amazing balance that we found that works for us, that makes us really happy. Yeah. And then we literally spend every ounce of our free time with our kids. Yeah. And we also try to find ways to spend meaningful time with them, not just fun time. So we do, like Robyn said, we try to be parents first. We try to do the right thing always. And that takes priority, and I think the focus on try to be a good parent and do the right thing, as opposed to just being a friend and just having the fun.
Yeah, it's so important. And I think that parents nowadays, there's so many things that can get between you and your kids, whether it be jobs, or we see this in the movie as well, the technology aspect. At one point they do take away the one daughter's cell phone because she had a fake Instagram account. And with raising your own kids, have you guys found technology to be sometimes maybe more of a barrier than a help?
Well, it's not often that you find any one of us without our phones. So it's a challenge even for us as parents. So we're working on it. I can't say we've mastered this, but there's a tendency to wake up and your phone is right in front of your face. It's been we didn't grow up like this. So it's very important, obviously, to stay on top of it, know what your kids are doing. And the phone and the internet, all that scares me so much, because they have your instant access to your kids, That wasn't the world that we lived in.
No. I mean, even when I was a kid, technology became pretty important come middle school, but yeah, no, when I was a little kid though, it wasn't as readily accessible as it is to kids now. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got my phone taken away though. Not like that. If I got my phone taken away, it was usually for other reasons, not because of the phone itself.
We do seem to feel like, I feel like a big part of our job is like, what can we do to keep them off a screen? You know, whether it's a phone or a computer or video games, like it's all like just consumes your time like nothing else. So, you know, we're always trying to get creative and trying to encourage our kids to create more than consume. And we have a lot of sports. We have a half pipe on our backyard, like anything. What can we do just to get them off the screens? Yeah. And I think that's the battle.
Yep. And it's also, it's hard too, because, you know, you guys, there's certain times you want them to watch the screen, like when they go to see your movies or something like that. Sure. It's like, okay, no, this is good screen time because this is what we do. One of the questions I wanted to ask you was, so the older daughter in the film, she is getting married and she's actually, I mean, she marries a pretty good guy, but her dad is just so opposed to that. Do you feel like at any point in the film that maybe the dad overstepped his boundaries in the way that he like, obviously we do see that he recognizes, oh, I'm overstepping my bounds here, but I could have done that in a gentler way. Do you think that has had any impact on you?
I do. Now the kids in the movie, we have 3 kids and we have 3 kids in the movie. Now the kids in the movie are a little bit older than our kids. So it kind of,
3 kids, that's right.
3 kids in the movie.
Yeah, we do. Never mind.
We haven't seen the movie yet. And it's been a little while. It's been a little while since we filmed the movie and we haven't seen the movie yet. So but they're a little further along. So you know, this is uncharted territory for us to bring a boy home. And then having this serious relationship, and then start to have their own ideas what their career should be without any say to us. But yeah, I think it's only natural that the parents want security. They want, you know, a good solid foundation. We want you to be able to pay your mortgage and have the dream life, whatever you want. And when you see the kids like pursuing just, well, this is what I love. This is my passion. And so it's like that, I guess, a little bit of that juggling act of like, yeah, we absolutely want you to follow your passion in a smart way would be great. Yeah. Like, that would be nice. So I don't know. For me, the whole experience of the film was this is the next step. This is the next step for us in life is to, you know, check out is to explore this new phase in life. I'm not looking forward to at all. And I wish my daughter to stay right where she's at. 17 years is plenty old.
No, Robyn, I loved how your character in the film, you guys really had the partnership thing in the film. The mom and dad, they really are just partners. And I think that, you know, based on what you guys have told me, you guys reflect that in your own lives as well.
Yeah, we do. And we were talking about this, how some of the dialogue, it was a little combative with the two parents. And I made some changes because I was like, you know, I would never talk to him that way. And I don't want to condone that either. Like, I feel like as parents, as partners, you need to be able to be respectful and kind to each other and understanding and
build each other up.
And build each other up. But there were a few, nothing weren't terrible, but it was a little bit of like heavy-handed, like coming down on him, being harsh with him, little jabs. And I was like, yeah, we're going to take that out. And our director was so great. He laughed. He's like, oh, Robyn, you're so much nicer than me. But I was like, well, I think it's important. And he completely agreed and allowed us to make those changes, which I thought was really, really great.
We feel like it's really important to have like a whole family, the whole family unit supporting each other and building each other up and being positive to each other. And
especially when you're dealing with challenges with your kids.
Yeah.
The last thing you need is a parent also fighting.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's honestly, that's just so amazing because that reflects a lot of the things that we encourage parents to do here at Focus on the Family and with Plugged In. You know, we see so many movies where the husband and wife they aren't really connecting And therefore it's harder because the parents aren't connecting with each other. They can't connect with their kids. But
Yeah.
I loved that this film, you guys just have such, well, obviously you have such a genuine connection,
Yeah.
but you can really see the love coming from your own relationship in this film. And it was genuinely a pleasure to just see that.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice. We did think it was interesting when we read the script. I thought, this is my life. Like, I coach my kids soccer, and my wife and I talk to each other. Like, we spend a lot of time talking to each other and about the kids. And, you know, we have a lot of important family conversations, like, constantly. Yeah. So it did feel
they're not
very
always
familiar.
Easy either. I mean, I get it. It's hard sometimes. But that's the challenge, you know, and the hope that the parents can communicate so that you can most effectively parent your children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, so I guess my last question that I'll ask you guys is, were you guys able to read the book by Dr. Meeker that the movie's based on?
Yes.
Yes.
Love
okay.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna, cause sometimes you get a script and you don't have time to read the book. That's why I asked.
No. Yeah. Well, we read the book after the script. So, I mean, yeah, it was like the movie came quick and like, we're going to make this movie now. And it's like, yeah, I need to read that. I need to get that book. So yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, we love the message of, you know, supporting each other. And I know, like, as a father, like, I really appreciate being able to have my individual relationships with my kids with the support of my wife. Like, it doesn't need to be, you know, it doesn't need to be our relationship. We have our relationship with our kids too, but it's like, you know, this story is about, you know, this dad figuring it out, and the wife is awesome, you know, and she's so supportive and helpful and helping me figure out my journey without, you know, telling me what to do, helping me figure out the right path. And I think it's a really important story to tell, a father's journey in trying to figure out what's right. It's been a journey for me, because I want to do what's right by my kids and by my family and everything else. So it's it's a journey. I'm learning.
And would you say, what would you say is the message you hope that families, parents, whoever takes away when they see this film?
I know what I'd say.
Go
ahead. Do you know what you're gonna say?
No, you go.
Let me go first, because you're gonna have a better answer.
No, it's not gonna be better.
I think, I don't know, my instinct on that is to just, you know, really lead with love and patience and kindness and humility, and just suck it up, and don't let your ego get in the way, and don't let pride get in the way. And just, the road to the right answer is almost always the hard road, and the easy road is almost never the right road. So if you could just have patience and just seek to find the right answers, and I think if you continue to lead with that, and you're able to not let the ego get in the way, you're gonna arrive to the right place. It might take a while, but you're going to.
I could not have said that better. That was perfect.
Oh my gosh. Every once in a while I do all right, I guess.
Every once in a while.